Okay, I have 990 on, so everyone can hear us. But am I coming through? Because it doesn't look like it has power. The mic. Can you hear me? How about now? Okay, it's blue. Can you hear me now? Okay, excellent. Sorry to bother you. I just wanted to make sure the people could hear me. Goodbye. Sorry about that, everyone. I was just ensuring you could actually hear me because the microphone did not look on, but I got it on now. Good morning, all members of 7500 York. It is a beautiful Wednesday, March 18th, 2026. A little overcast, but maybe the sun will come out and the snow will melt. First, I want to start this broadcast in thanking our maintenance team, Director of Property Michael Ordorf, and our vendor for keeping the parking lot so nice and clean after our big snow event over the weekend. I have to say I have not seen a parking lot that clean in some time in my experience in property management. It looked very safe Monday to walk, so thanks for everyone's efforts on that team to get everything cleaned up, because we definitely need a safe parking lot and safe walkways for all members, vendors, and member visitors. So thanks for all your extra effort, maintenance team and Michael. We greatly appreciate it. All right, let's get down to business. So today we have pan-seared trout in the York room with sauteed spinach and roasted potatoes served with lemon caper cream sauce. So that is $17. If that sounds good to you, it definitely sounds good to me. I like trout. And if that does not sound like something you would enjoy, do not forget we have the all-day dining menu here. We have some weekly specials. A new salad just came out, the strawberry spring salad, so that looks pretty good. And then we have chicken parm as well. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, be sure you go down and patronize the York Room this evening, this afternoon. Remember, we do have it open for lunch now, so lunch service is available to all members. Please patronize the York Room. We greatly appreciate your business and supporting that amenity for your community. All right, there's a lot of things to read here, but I'm going to go ahead and read what the schedule is for today first. So today again, Wednesday, March 18th, 2026, we have the workshop 9:30 to noon, ladies social time in the balcony at 9:30. 10 o'clock we have the new resident building tour meeting up in the lobby. Very fun time to do that. Mahjong in the balcony at 1. And then, very important, 2 o'clock management meeting in the CAC and York TV. So be sure you come for that, or if you're not able to come down, please check out the meeting on on York TV, and then it will be uploaded to YouTube tomorrow. So all 3 different ways to catch the management meeting. Very important announcements will be announced, so be sure you check that out. And then we have group dinners for stacks 18 and 26 in the fireside room, so please check that out. Also, there'll be a very important announcement about the fireside room in the management meeting today, so be sure that you either come to the management meeting, watch it on York TV, or check it out on YouTube. And then, this evening, 7 o'clock, we have Domino's in the balcony, and we'll go in the social room at 7. So fun games to finish out your very busy evening at 7500 York. Busy day. All right, and then I just want to highlight this. It's coming up tomorrow at 7. There is a presentation of We Have No Friends But the Mountains. Let's see if I can read what that is about. We'll stand by. We have no friends but the mountains. So who really are the Kurds? The Kurdish people are an Iranic ethnic group numbering roughly 30 to 45 million, making them one of the world's largest indigenous peoples without a sovereign state. Native to a mountainous region known as Kurdistan, spanning parts of Turkey, Iraq, Iran, and Syria, they are culturally distinct, mostly Sunni Muslim, and have historically fought for autonomy, facing significant persecution. Join us to learn about these nomadic people, brought to you by Life Enrichment. Wow, that sounds really fascinating. So maybe check that out tomorrow at 7, York TV and CAC. Sounds very interesting to learn about that stuff. All right. Now for some other announcements. Let's see. That's already, I think, been taken care of. HO6. Oh gosh, I'm saying the dreaded words again. Don't nobody get mad. Just kidding. So HO6, I just want to say as an office staff, it has been a very difficult process to collect all HO6s. We are doing our very best to communicate effectively to everyone who maybe is still have not presented their coverage. We are down to, I believe, 30 to 35 people, so that is pretty good. We apologize if any communication came across coarsely. That was definitely not the intention. We are just trying to highlight the importance of trying to have that on file, verify coverage, and ensure that members are carrying the different things that have changed the past few years. It's a lot to keep track of, so we apologize if there's been any mistakes. We apologize if anybody has been personally offended. That has not been the intention. We are just trying to collect these documents, as that is what our role is on the management team. If anybody still has any lingering questions, anybody still has not presented their coverage to the office, the declaration page, or there's just some things that you have questions about, or you just want to vent, please come down to the office, find me, find General Manager Mitch Ohlendorf, and we'll be happy to talk to you and go over that and explain if there's any lingering questions. We want everyone to understand why we're going through this and why we're making this effort, so come on down. We're happy to talk to you and go over anything you might have to say or any questions you might have to ask. So, thank you. All right, and we have coming up, there is something here that I neglected. I kind of had it on my periph. It says read every day, so here we go. Safe Driver Class, Friday, April 10th, 9 to 1 p.m. Improving your driving skills and get a discount on your personal auto insurance. Sound good? The Defensive Driving Course teaches basic crash prevention techniques and has a proven record of reducing traffic violations and incidents. It's taught by an experienced, professional traffic safety instructor. The class consists of lectures, films, and discussions. There is no behind-the-wheel driving, and there are no tests. Oh, that's nice. According to Minnesota state law, people age 55 and older who complete a state-approved defensive driving course are eligible to receive a 10% 3-year discount on auto insurance. Contact your agent for details. After you complete the course, you will receive a certificate of completion to give your insurance company. The cost is $24 per person. Sign up in the office and bring your check for payment when you sign up. The check should be written to PDCM/SCSU. That is a lot to remember over just this brief broadcast, but bring your checkbook down to the office if you want to sign up, and our illustrious Holly will go ahead and tell you who you should write the check out to. That's much easier than trying to remember what I just said. All right. And then, just so you know, today we have the breakfast buffet. It is ongoing in the York Room, $15. So come on down if you need some breakfast this morning. We have fresh fruit, breakfast potato, egg baked, bacon and sausage, banana cream stuffed French toast. Wow, that sounds really good. Reservations are not necessary, just come on down. So even more things going on in the York Room today, so be sure you check it out. All right, on to a maintenance announcement that I have here to read. So, tomorrow, the 19th, all water shut down for the west side of the building from 10 until noon tomorrow. I will also send this out in a one call. I will also announce it in the management meeting so no one will get left out. But west side of the building, tomorrow, 10 until noon, there will be a water shut off. So, if you live on the west side, please know your water is going to be off from 10 until noon. Okay. All right. Some of you have been getting the insides of the 2026-2027 directory delivered to your unit. There's also been people on the first floor that have received corrected pages that needed to be corrected because there was a couple of mistakes on there, so please swap out those pages with the new pages. So basically what we're doing this year, and I'll explain this more in the management meeting, but I'll explain it briefly here, is we are releasing the directory and we're going floor by floor as far as putting it out, receiving different corrections and then correcting it for the next floor and then putting pages that are incorrect on the other floor. I will say thus far, we've only had a few mistakes, 2 to be exact. There were 2 other ones, but those weren't actually mistakes, those were some other issue. But we're moving right along, and so far so good. We have not received too many calls for changes. However, as we keep going up the floors, I anticipate there will be more call for corrections. On the directory pages, there is a letter from the office indicating what you should do if there is something that needs to be corrected. Call the office immediately. We need your help in making sure that things are accurate and to a degree of specificity for the communication that you can receive from other members. So it's really important that when you get the directory pages, you find yourself in the directory and make sure everything is correct. We make a lot of effort throughout the year to do this. We did the pre-release, putting up the beta binder outside the office on the countertop for people to review. We do the Halloween information capture. A lot of efforts made to try to make the directory as accurate as possible. However, nothing is infallible. So please ensure that when you receive your directory pages, you find yourself, you look there, and make sure your information is accurate. It is so important that we have as accurate directory as possible. We're also going to try to ensure that the online directory is kind of the starting point. So we're going to make some changes in the office, and we're going to make sure that that directory, as well as the photo directory, is probably the most accurate directory you can receive, because like it's on the letter, like I've said before in directory training and in the management meetings, once we print the directory, it is completely out of date. Case in point, when we were printing it for the first floor, someone was literally in the process of moving out that we were not aware that was going to move out. So that person is on the directory and they're moving out. So it's always a battle to try to make sure it is accurate and has everybody in there, but this place is just too busy and there's too much going on. So we appreciate your patience while we try to give you an accurate directory, but just know it's always going to be kind of an up and down thing. We appreciate everybody that has made the effort to come down, change their information, look through the beta binder, give us notes, give us feedback. We really appreciate those efforts because it helps us do our job more effectively for you as the membership. Wow, I feel like I've been talking for a long time. Okay, so I have one more announcement. Comcast Xfinity will be coming out for another visit. I will let the membership know as soon as Tyler gets back to me about when he is available. For those of you who were not able to attend the first event,